on Moi University. Mr. Speaker, I want you to make a comment on that.
Senator
now that Senator Manzo was being pushed to substantiate under Standing Order number 105. What happened to my matter? Are we starting to deal with matters of this House administratively, or we are letting matters to be processed through this House, Mr. Speaker?
The matter you are raising, the communication from the Speaker is just between where I'm seated and the Speaker's office. So anytime that communication will be brought before this House. So, who is on the floor, Senator Karwale? And you know the procedures of points of order. Point of order or clarification you want? Yeah, just 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, the issue raised by the Senator of Vihiga is very important. The only window left to the chair on such a ruling is for him to come and inform the House that upon verifying the documents that were submitted, he was either convinced or not convinced that the matter had been substantiated. And Mr. Speaker, the people of Kakamega are keenly following because they want to hear whether the matter has been substantiated. The moment it is, the people of Kakamega are going to court to sue the Senate for throwing out the Senator of Kakamega on that day when the Senator of Kakamega, Mr. Speaker, was protecting his younger brother and protecting the integrity of this House, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Boni Karwale, I clearly see the communication is between the Speaker's office and where I'm seated. Anytime that communication will be brought to this floor, I give a very clear guidance on this. So let's proceed. Senator Chalage, 1 minute to conclude.
Mr. Speaker, I think we need to be, under your guidance, there should be point of relevancies. This is not somewhere in Avokolo where you are campaigning for Kakamega matters, Mr. Speaker. This is the House of national importance. When Mr. Speaker, those are irrelevancies, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Chalage.
Mr. Speaker, this is not a bullfighting session. We are seriously conversing. No, I can't. Those are mundane issues, Mr. Speaker. You need to protect the integrity of this House, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion...
You're out of order. I can't see an intervention, and you know this House will not shout for points of order. You must
Mr.
catch
Speaker,
my eye through the...
But I'm waiting for the... Why you are asking me? No, can you focus on what I'm saying?
Next.
Mr. Speaker, I think, Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, and you know Senator Sifuna should be patient with us. I know the elections of ODM may be stressing him, but Mr. Speaker, can you allow us to do our business here? Mr. Speaker, on the issue of CPC in conclusion, I want to support Senator Onyonga that the President assure the country that 16,000 classrooms will be ready for grade 9 in terms of transition on CPC, Mr. Speaker. As a House, we need to support the government in the rollout of CPC, Mr. Speaker. If anybody has a problem with CPC, bring policy or legislative intervention for the betterment of this country, Mr. Speaker. And that is the only way we will ensure this country moves forward in terms of education. Let us build skill and life-based, Mr. Speaker, so that our people can get value for education and quality education, not quantity education. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Sifuna Edwin.
Honorable Speaker, every day I continue to be a very proud SG of the ODM party, and especially the contribution of members of my party in discourse in this particular House. In fact, the statement by Senator Onyonka demonstrates that he understands that the issues to do with the curriculum-based, competence-based curriculum go beyond school infrastructure, and they go beyond issues of the teachers or the staffing of our classrooms. Honorable Speaker, this is the reason why in the morning today, I gave the President free advice that if there is anyone in this parliament that he needs to keep close, is a senator of Kisii, because he will guide him on some of these issues. Because you can see, Mr. Speaker, if you compare the statement that has been brought by the senator of Kisii and the President's address, it is clear that the senator of Kisii understands the depth of the issues that are bedeviling the CBC. The president took only 2 paragraphs to address the issue, and he only spoke about hiring extra teachers and building classrooms. The issue, as Onyonka has framed it, goes way beyond those 2 issues, Honorable Speaker. You will see that he has spoken about even measures in place to support parents. Here in Nairobi, many of our parents are complaining. Sometimes the kids come home with extremely complex assignments. And they also have an implication financially. You have to buy materials. Parents are being asked to buy printers and so on and so forth. So I wish that on that flight that Honorable, the member of the senator from Nandi was talking about, if we could swap positions so that the current CS becomes a senator and the senator for Kisii becomes a CS, I think the president will benefit from the wisdom more that is coming from the senator of Kisii than from the current CS. Honorable Speaker, this is why we want to make it clear, Honorable Speaker, that you should avail yourself as the executive of all the talent that is available for you in this country so that you are helped. Because you can see some of the pronouncements from Senator for Nandi. They are not even helpful to the head of state. And I said in the morning, I feel very bad because the head of state is supposed to be benefiting from some of the wisdom that comes from this floor. But unfortunately, you are just here to praise him and to clap when you can see clearly that he did not even go into in-depth analysis of the problems of the CPC. As I said yesterday, he himself framed the question. Are our policies in the education sector working? He never answered the question. It is not about classrooms. It is not about teachers. It is these issues raised here. And I hope that we can invite members of the executive when the committee of education is dealing with Senator Onyoka's statement to also imbibe in the wisdom that is coming from Kisii and the ODM party. Honorable Chair, I thank you.
Senator David Wakoli.
Honorable Speaker, when I wanted to say something, you stopped me from saying it, Honorable Speaker. And someone said, I don't know how to use buttons, Honorable Speaker. But I want to concur with Honorable Onyonka that as a teacher by profession, the ministry and the curriculum being implemented as a big problem. There are big gaps based on policy implementation, the curriculum itself, the training of teachers, the funding of the program. And definitely, Honorable Speaker, if we don't step in the gap now, our whole generation is going to limp in the dark. And it is important to take what Honorable Onyonka is talking about seriously, because we will be judged by the product we produce at the end of the system. And as a teacher, it really pains me to be churning out students who are half-baked. They are not critical thinkers. They think in terms of regions. They have no sense of reality in them. And I want to correct my French reggae by saying, I am an 844 product, Honorable Senator. And when you look at me, I am competent enough to milk my animals at home, to take care of my animals, to take care of my chicken, to make my own table and chairs, to spin my own pullover. And that tells you that all of us here are a product of 844. We are not here by fault or default. We are here by design. The system was efficient. That is why we are spewing wisdom and facts to this country. So allow us to shape the future and destiny of our children in the best way we know, and devoid of shenanigans and devoid... noise making. And if this curriculum is going to entertain noise making, Honorable Speaker, then we'll rather go back to 844.
So, are you done?
If the policy, and I want to repeat, Honorable Speaker, these are signs of students who are present by sight and absent by ears. Honorable Speaker, as a teacher, he needs to call both parents so that we can guide these students. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Next, Honorable Clerk.
Order number 8, motion Report of the Mediation Committee on the Division of Revenue Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 38 of 2024.
There is a motion under number 8. We are resuming the debate which was interrupted in the morning. And Senator Richard Onyonka, you have 8 minutes to conclude.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity again to continue with the debate we are having this morning.